AITAH for terrorizing my brother, making him live in his own filth? I could not believe my eyes when I opened Reddit and saw the number of notifications. Wow! So just to update everyone, things came to a head today. I had to work the early shift and had session with my table tonight at 6. I am DMing a few D&D games. I begged my brother to keep the living room clean. I came home and the house was more than trashed. I mean, it looked like a bomb went off. He even dropped a cup of milk on the floor and left it. I flung the whole milk jug at his head and screamed at him to GTFO. He tried to bulk up to me and I lost it screaming, "Get out," over and over, and I guess he saw how unhinged I was because he stormed out. I cleaned up the milk, then jumped online to message everyone to cancel and saw the 700 plus notifications. You all gave some really solid advice, and I knew reading the replies last night that this was over. I was gonna give him a few weeks, but seeing that milk all across my new floor was the last straw. IDK where he is going, I don't care. I thank you all. I love Reddit people. My brothers are all pigs. We had a very traditional house where girls cleaned and washed dishes from the time we were old enough to walk and stand on chairs, and my brothers never did anything, and as adults cannot even turn a washer on. I very much resenting how I felt like I had to raise my own father, and how holidays and weekends were always spent with my brothers and dads laying around and us cleaning. Even Christmas they got to play with their toys and we went in the kitchen. I do not care about excuses like, "I was never taught." We are all adults now and they can YouTube and Google whatever they do not know. I learned how to patch walls, change tiers, change oil, etc. All the gendered stuff I was never taught, so I do not see why he can't as well. My brother got put out by his girlfriend after they just had their first kid because he does not help with anything. Since staying with me, I have forced him to do stuff. When he first moved in, my house went from my tidy, clean utopia to a disgusting mess. He would spit sunflower seeds on the flood, hide his food and dirty dishes around the house, spit chewed gum behind the coffee machine feet from the trash can, hide snack food everywhere, smoke on the toilet, and put cigs out on my floor, which is a slap in the face as I asked him to not even smoke inside because I do not smoke, leave his dirty clothes everywhere, even on the living room floor, etc. Even when he ordered food for himself, he would eat at the table then leave it for me to put away for him. Anytime he took anything out of the fridge, he would leave it on the table and would often leave the fridge open. I am not joking. I found maggots 3 times from his mess. I lost it and told him to change his behavior totally or get out. Well, he started doing stuff, but as badly as he could. He would put bowls in the dishwasher so they would be filled with nasty water, mop with the same water for days on end, leaving it smelling of rot, do his laundry by putting it in the washer and leaving it for me to finish. Put food away by throwing it all over the fridge, spilling food everywhere. The best was when he put the syrup away upside down on the top shelf with no lid on, coating my entire fridge in syrup that took hours to clean, etc. Then he would say, "I am trying, you are just being a BNTCH." I lost my temper, and I know I couldn't leave him on the street, so I divided the house. The cabinet doors all have locks from the previous owners, so I got him from dishes from Goodwill and forbade him from using any of my dishes, so he is eating off his filthy dishes. I made it very clear that anything left on the floors, clothing, etc., gets a 1-day grace period, then it will be thrown away. Same with the few dishes he has, as he would leave them in the sink until they started to grow mold. I started locking my bathroom door, and he has to use the one in the basement, which I refuse to clean. If his clothes are in the washer for more than 8 hours and I need to use it, I dump them wet on his bed. Any trash he leaves laying around goes on his bed. If he orders food and gets up and leaves his leftovers, I leave them to rot, then they get thrown away. Though twice the idiot has left food out overnight and came out and started angry eating it whilst glaring at me. Both times the idiot got food sickness. He destroyed my fridge again, putting juice in upside down with the lid barely on, once again destroying my food. So I mopped it up with towels and dumped the towels and all my ruined food on his bed, then put a lock on the fridge. He hates me and says I am terrorizing him. I say I was forced to mother him as a child, but was never given the parental control to actually teach him how life works. And since my brothers used my childhood to treat me like a maid, I will no longer parent them. My view is, some lessons have to be learned painfully. I will not gentle parent a grown man who cannot close a fridge door. AITAH?